All right, what is a good distance to place your pots? How far away do you want to place them, right? So I have a measuring tape here. So from center of the post, starting at right here, around this is about the center of this post right here. So you see the post down there, to the next plant, which is the center of the post right there. So that right now I have my plant posed at 4 foot 4 inches. So you see that right there, 4 feet mark, and then it's about 4 feet 4 is the center of this post. So now I'm gonna go walk out a little bit here and let you see. As you can see, it's kind of close to each other. The plants are basically two dragon fruit plants are almost touching each other, right? This one and this one right under here. Now for me, this is okay. So for me to get across to the other side to get it, play with the plants, I can either get under here and crawl right through there, or I walk all the way around and then get into the other side. See, for me it's okay because I have space to walk around. Now for those of you who just along the wall or somewhere where you want to have enough space to just get to the back of it, 4 foot 4 is probably not enough. See, so 52 inches is at 4 feet 4, right? That's probably not enough. Now if you look at here, this plant, this branch is sticking out so much. Over time I'm going to trim it just like this guy, because when it comes to winter, these tips are going to not grow. They're going to grow somewhere, and other new branches will come out, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going to prune it to make it shorter, so it will never get beyond this far for this particular plant. So this plant will get roughly a diameter of 5 feet, probably just a little bit more out. If I were to have plants like this one, this branch, I'll let it go out a little bit, but I'm going to put some weight on it to let it come down. You see how all these other branches out here, they kind of curl down? That's because I put some weight on it, and then it kind of droops down, so the plant will never just spread out sideways like go crazy, right? So for me, my goal is to try to keep them at a roughly a 5 foot diameter from end to end. Won't let them get too far. So definitely this one I'll be either trimming it, or I'm gonna put some weight on it and then let it eventually grow downwards. So that's enough for me. So if you look at it, right now it's 4 foot 4. If you add another 3 feet in between them, that will give you roughly close to 7 feet. So I think that for me, if I want to walk through here, extra 3 feet in between is probably enough. Well, I'm a pretty slim guy, so even 2 foot I can walk through it. But I think 7 foot, if you really want to dance around it, maybe 8 feet is a good distance between, from the center of the post to center of the post. So I don't know how big your pot is, right? Because the size of your canopy is dependent on the post to post, and not the size of the pot. Now, if you're going to continue to let these branches grow on top of each other like a huge canopy, a lot of hair up there, yeah, this thing can get super wide, right? Each layer that you add on is just like your hair. Each layer you're going to add on, you're going to get big. So you could go up to like 9 foot, 10 foot, whatever, however you want. So you need to keep that in mind when you're putting this, how far apart you want to put them. If you're gonna do that, then you're gonna probably need up to 10 feet up, from post to post, if you want to do that. So you have to think about it when you're placing your post or your pots, because they do get pretty heavy. You could always move them, but imagine if they are 10 feet, diameter, right, or 9 feet in diameter. That's gonna be heavy to move. You could do it, but it will be heavy, because when it gets 10 feet like that, that's way thicker than what I have. Even now, with all the soil and everything, it's very heavy to pull and twist. So if you're gonna let it get to 10 foot diameter, you probably won't be able to move it. So where you place the pots when you start is very important. Okay, so for me right now, I have my posts at 4 feet and a half to 4 feet and a half, and that's enough for me to walk by. So it depends, right? If you prune your plant every year, look, 4 feet and a half, I can just dance right through here. See, I can just walk right through here. See, because that's enough for me to walk by. See, one size thick, one size not. So it depends on how you want to do it, but if you don't have the space how I have it, then 7 foot is probably the minimum, right? If you want to have more wiggle space and put it a little bit farther apart. That's only if you have room, because that takes a lot of backyard space or wherever you're planting your plants.